this is Irina, your realtor, and today I wanted to continue talking about how we can monetize the equity in your home. In part 2, I was talking about reverse mortgages, and we pretty much covered all the advantages and disadvantages of reverse mortgages. But you might say to me, Irina, but my home is not the house of my dreams. I want something different. I want a different size, I want a different location. I don't want a house, I want a condo. So why would I do a reverse mortgage? It doesn't work. Well, I will tell you to that there is another type of reverse mortgage which is newer, and it's been around only for like 8 to 10 years, and that's reverse mortgage for purchase. Let me tell you how it works first. Let's say you sold your property, or you just have $1 million, right? And you are looking at a new property, new home, which is worth about $800,000. So you don't want to invest 80% of your money into a new property because you don't want to have a mortgage payment. But let's say to qualify, you have to be 62 or better, and the older you are, the lower down payment will be required. But let's say you qualify for 50% down. So all you need to do is to put $400,000 down and to have a reverse mortgage on other $400,000. You own the house, you own it. You have to pay property taxes, which you can roll over your lower basis from your old house using Prop 19. You still can do it. You still have to pay property taxes and homeowners insurance, and you have to maintain the house, but you don't pay your mortgage. The interest is added to your balance every month, the 1/12, so the annual interest is added to your balance, and it is compounded monthly, and it keeps growing. So the balance of your mortgage keeps increasing. But in the end, if you decide to sell the house, you don't have to own the house forever. You can sell it anytime you want. If you decide to sell, if you decide to move, if you don't use it as your personal residence anymore, you cannot use it for an investment property. You have to live in the house for 6 months and 1 day of the year. So if you decide to move, or if something happens, if you die, if you move out of the house for any reason, then the payment becomes due. And this payment, if the balance of the loan amount at that time is higher than the fair market value of the property, nobody is liable for the gap. FHA, most of those mortgages are insured by FHA. FHA will cover the gap. So you, your heirs, your estate, they are not liable for the gap. They can sell the house and the FHA will cover the difference, or they can just sign the house to the bank and the FHA and the bank will deal with it. So now, what would you say to me? But it's okay, FHA, they have very low limits. If it's insured by the FHA, then the limit will be only around $820,000 and $170,000. So now what are we going to do? Well, okay, what if I want to buy a $3 million home? What if I want more? Well, in this case, there are some private reverse mortgage companies which do not have FHA limitations. And those, for those, we'll have to look. I knew a handful of them, but again, we'll have to talk to various ones and find which ones will offer the best terms. But in the end, it is the same structure. You put a certain down payment down, if the balance is your reverse mortgage, and then you don't make any mortgage payments, you pay property insurance and property taxes, you maintain your home, and in the end, nobody is liable for the difference between the fair market value and the outstanding balance if it's higher. You don't have to worry about interest rates. You don't have to worry about market going up or market going down. You don't have to worry about anything because A, it doesn't affect you. You don't pay the mortgage. And B, you don't have to cover the gap between the value of your home and the balance of your mortgage. So there you have it. You can right size your home, or you can buy a better home, newer home. You can get brand new construction. You can move, get a reverse mortgage, and live happily ever after, as long as that property is your personal residence. Until the next time, have a wonderful week. Ciao.